You have the craziest setup I've ever seen.
We got to talk about his trucks real quick because you don't even ride bushing. You have washers on.
I do ride bushings.
No, I've seen your trucks.
Bushing. The front one, the front truck just has a bushing.
How the hell did you come up with that? Did you just?
No, that came about because. Okay, let's go back to trucks. I started on Z rollers.
Yes.
I went to where did I go from?
Venture?
Z rollers. No.
Indy?
I messed around with like other trucks, but nothing felt right.
Grind Kings. You were on Grind Kings for a while.
Then I got on. I got on Going. I got on Going, which had this weird indention where you're supposed to lock in perfectly on a flat bar, and it's like the most dangerous type of lock you want to do. It's just two holes in the truck, like just so you just land like this and like woo. But back then you thought it was great. Then I went from that. I skated for Orion trucks for a little while.
Oh yeah. Those were good.
I think me and Deerdick were on the same team for a little bit.
Yeah, but they were breaking people off, I think, at that time.
Was that through like stamina or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
That was a Deerdick. That was a Deerdick situation.
I think it was a Deerdick.
Climax
Distribution.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So then I skated for them,
great name.
and then I went from Orion to Grind King.
Yeah.
So I'm just basically saying that I've kind of stayed in the same realm if you want to talk about trucks.
Yeah, but still,
No, but I don't understand where you're going with this because your trucks are not even close to any of those.
At least you didn't skate for web trucks.
Hey, I know.
Skated for web trucks.
If they would have hit me up, man, because I'm telling you, I rode for all the trucks that people I feel like didn't really want to embrace.
Yes.
Okay.
All the companies are like, you're on this, and then it's like, well, where are you moving
the
on?
Gold Wings did have the little dip right
Look at
there.
that dip.
I never even realized.
No,
$322.
But they were breaking off bread. They were getting some money.
Dude, that does not look safe.
Those are the old. I think those. You got to
It
find.
was great for vert skating.
You got to find like an older.
That's
photo
not where you want to
where-
lock into anything.
We'll find some older
But
ones.
I feel like I embraced the trucks that nobody else really.
Did Goldwing pay?
They paid me barely anything, but it was I was able to work with Ray Underhill at the time, and I thought he was super
Amazing.
cool.
Yep.
And then he passed. Rest in peace, Ray Underhill. And,
Yeah, man.
But super genuine person, and every time I talked to him, he was the nicest person. I was just like, this is sick. Like
The thing that trips me out is you are a manual or tech skater, like just very precise, but your trucks are very precarious. Like they jiggle. You know what I mean? Like you have one. Let's break it down. You have one bottom bushing and no top bushings, right?
But my back truck has both bushings, so it's my stabilizer. So I stabilize with that, and my front's kind of an out of control steering wheel.
Well, why? What's the allure to that? Why?
Well, because through time. And then, that's why we talked about all those trucks, which that story went nowhere. Huh? But I'm saying is, I rode for Grind King, and Grind King had the reverse kingpin. Yep. So as you rode, they self-loosened. They ended up loosening up by themselves, and which was scary because you don't know when that nut's going to come off.
Sure.
So you're just thinking to yourself, like, is it on its last little thread before it falls off and your truck collapses?
Any given moment.
But as I was skating, and the kingpin was free, so it moved like this.
Right. It's a drifting kingpin.
It was a drifting kingpin. So it made my trucks through time rattle.
Axle.
Oh, okay.
So it did the same thing, and I got used to that. And then when I switched from Grind King and went to Tensor, they didn't do that anymore. And it bugged me. I was like, I can't ride this board. And I remember being on, when I finally switched to Tensor, I went on a Black Label tour. It was Black Label versus almost like Australia tour. I remember going to my first demo. I remember seeing Dustin Dolan there for the first time. I was like, wow, this kid is insane. Like, he was just killing it. And I was thinking, I can't do shit. You know what I mean? And I look like a fool at this demo. I got so frustrated, I had to express and put it out there for everybody. Oh, it's my truck. I can't ride my trucks.
Could never be you.
What a joke. You know what I mean? So I ended up just taking all my bushings out of the truck and just putting only washers in both and skating around like that.
Interesting. Wow. Just on a whim, you just tried it.
Not on a whim, but maybe for me to be like, I want everybody to know that I hate my trucks right now. So
how did that work out at that demo?
It was fine. I mean, it was still a nightmare, but I feel like they weren't blaming me now off my skill set. They're like, well, his trucks are off.
Have you seen his trucks? I mean,
so we did the demo and whatnot, and through that period, I was like thinking, how can I make this kind of similar to how my Grind Kings rode. So through time, I started shaving my bushings down. I started taking a bushing and shaving them down into small quarters, and I started doing that. And through time, it started to feel better and better. And that's what I got used to. And then to a point where I was sick of shaving bushings down. So I was like, I'm just going to use washers in my front one so that I can get this crazy fun little rattling thing. And the funny thing too is, the first person to ever do that kind of stuff where the trucks rattle was this dude Matt Rodriguez.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you want to think about rattling trucks, I won't take any credit for that. Matt Rodriguez was the first, and he did both trucks like that.
No, with no bushing.
No, I think he shaved down his bushings.
Okay.
So they were just so small. So his trucks there was just a lot of gap between each part.
A lot of
where it was
rattling.
just like getting, yeah.
I think when I skated your board one, try it out. Like it was a trick to ride the board first, and then you had to do a trick.
Right.
I never understood.
But you get so used to it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I will say that for certain tricks now, because I mean, switch hills and nollie back hills used to be my favorite trick.
Mm-hmm.
With my truck like this, it's it complicates it.
Yeah, I can see that
Because you're popping off that truck.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when I'm going for a nollie back heel now, sometimes my board will fold over too
Yeah.
much,
Mhm.
and I'm just getting like a little.
Do you turn it around?
I can't do it off my
No, you
nose.
can't
It
do
feels
it.
so weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's funny too because I had a dream this morning. I woke up doing like a buttery nollie back heel. I swear, I woke up and I remember like at the local skate park because when I do them, they're always rocketing weird. But this morning I had this dream and I did it good, and I woke up like I know what I need to do,
There you go.
and I'm sure I
Dude, we
won't.
got Matt
see?
Rodriguez right here. Legend.
Straight
yeah.
up, bro.
Yeah, but Matt was, he was unique.
It's funny. I never really. I mean,
And he
I
was
maybe I
crazy.
don't know.
Oh,
if I
he
could-
was
Oh, style for days.
so
bro.
sick, dude.
And he got so tech too as well,
Mm-hmm.
but he had like more of a flow. Look at his trucks.
Yeah, they are, huh? I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain lines you can see. I always you skate like transition like that.
It's crazy.
That's
He's
wild.
epic, man. He's definitely
Yeah.
like
Look at that.
legendary.
Yeah,
See
dude,
that?
that
For
was
sure.
incredible. You can tell by his way his truck
Yeah.
locked right there that he had like
So that's
nothing
what
in
I'm
there.
just saying too is when I see that and people want to ask me about that, I feel like as I was trying to get my truck to that point again, I always thought of like Matt Rodriguez as well from how wobbly his were. But the washer thing too is I got lazy with shaving. Not this. I don't need to shave that much, but I'm saying like,
Shaving the bush.
but
He's some manscaped,
Yeah.
dude.
but I just started using the washers and they work out fine. They get all bent up and it looks like I look down at my board. I'm like, this looks, I like the way it looks and I like sometimes the way it sounds. But I think it's crazy too because that sound of the washer rattling is the same exact sound that my Z-rollers made too. Because those were loose against metal too.
Oh, it all
So when
goes
you
back
roll
to the
around it,
Z-rollers.
and I feel like it all just connected, and I
Yeah.
just took everything and like infused it right back into my truck.
It all
All
goes
from
back-
where it started.
Yeah.
All full circle.
Yeah.
To the Z rollers.
mean,
We're gonna
so-
get Tori a pair of Z rollers, man.
Tori,
We're
you
gonna
gotta try
roll.
them.
We're gonna
Yeah.
roll around on
Give
them.
me a bear, dude, for sure. Get me some of those.
People, you had to use graphite powder too to keep it so it spun. But what I did was I like WD-40'd it, I cleaned it. I
WD-40.
put a little lining of Vaseline, then I put my
Woo,
graphite on
okay.
it. I took time like a truck chef. And truck chef. You know what I mean? And I really went in there. And then I stopped it from rattling so much because of that little cake of Vaseline. So people are like, how is your truck's not making that noise? And I'm like, go to my YouTube channel.
Little do they know he lubed him up.
Yeah.
He lubed him up.
Go to my YouTube channel.
I don't have a YouTube
I
channel.
love it.
How we
I need
doing?
one, though.
Yeah, let's go, Daewon.
Me and you should do
Let's
one.
do one. Yeah, the
yeah.
Daewon and Chris, whatever.
Something. We'll
Something.
figure it
Yeah,
out
we'll
after
figure it
this.
out for sure.
Daewon and Tori should start one for sure.
We
Dude,
should.
thank you.
Thank you has a YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
thank you, Skateboards YouTube.
Get over there.
We're on there.
I'll do one of those truck sprinkling.
Oh,
Yeah, let's. We need to see Daewon lubing up his shit.
No, I'll
Yeah.
just do I'll just do this other one with the washers. How get
Look
them
at
on
that.
there.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
There we are.
There needs to be a board set up with Day One.
Our views
Oh,
are pretty
dude,
low.
That
though.
would be the most epic
Hey,
watch.
we're underground,
We are underground.
We got thousands on there. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, as long as the K's there, huh?